Run It Back Nation, what is good? First of all, happy New Year's Eve to everybody out there. 2020 was an absolute fucking dumpster fire of a year. Hopefully, 2021 is nothing like that. I'm so glad this year is almost over, a couple hours, and we can move forward. Hopefully, we can get back to life as we knew it. Maybe my microphone's rubbing against my jacket or whatever. I'm on my porch right now because I just don't have time to get up in the studio and stuff. I got a couple minutes here, and I want to talk to you guys for just a couple minutes. Tonight, the Sixers play the Orlando Magic. The Orlando Magic are 4-0. They are averaging like 120-some points per game. They put up 130 against the Washington Wizards. They put up 120 the next night. They put up 118 against the Miami Heat. The Orlando Magic right now, so far, the beginning of this season, are looking like no joke. Okay? Oklahoma City. They're looking like no joke right now. And the main story is Markelle Fultz. But I don't want to talk about Markelle Fultz yet. I want to talk about Ben Simmons because there's this thing in Philadelphia sports, and maybe sports in general, maybe life in general. You're not allowed to be objective. You have to be either one or the other. People are asking me, how can you say you wouldn't trade Ben Simmons for James Harden, and then in the same breath or the same podcast episode or the same paragraph, you say, you freak out on Ben Simmons and scream for him to shoot the ball, and you're so frustrated with Ben Simmons. How can it be both? It has to be one or the other. No, it doesn't. It doesn't have to be one or the other. It's called being objective. I wouldn't trade Ben Simmons for James Harden because of James Harden. I can't stand the guy. I think he's a locker room cancer. I think he's a diva celebrity who is not great for a team. He's never won anything. He won't win anything. He's a ball hog, and he's 31 years old. Let's call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? Ben Simmons is 24. He has the next 7, 8, 9, 10 years to develop into what we think he can be. At the same time, I can watch Ben Simmons play and be unbelievably frustrated. All right? And it's either one or the other. You either hate Ben Simmons or you're a Ben Simmons fanboy, and that's the problem here. People need to be more objective. You don't have to be one or the other. Ben Simmons fanboys are these people, probably a bunch of 11-year-olds on YouTube, who he can do no wrong. This dude is pump faking wide open threes. I said I need time to make a video. I'll be in 5 minutes. Yes. Son came to the door to ask me if he can have muffins. Ben Simmons fanboys are probably these 11-year-olds on YouTube who just started watching basketball last year or whatever, or maybe when Ben Simmons was drafted, whatever. And he can I said I'm making a video.
I'm getting muffins.
I don't want muffins.
Okay.
Good Lord, just give me 10 minutes. Where was I? Ben Simmons fanboys. Get away! Oh, that's it. That's the last time. Anyway, Ben Simmons goes out and scores 11 points on 6 field goal attempts in 36 minutes, pump faking a bunch of wide open threes, playing like a little girl. Ben Simmons fanboys go on the internet and they just reach and reach and reach for a way to defend that performance instead of being objective and saying, yes, I like the guy. I love him as a player, but he's playing like a little bitch. That's just reality. That's just keeping it 100, bro. You're not keeping it 100. Just keep it 100, And I just want to say this. Would I trade Ben Simmons for James Harden? No, absolutely not. And that has to do with James Harden, not with Ben Simmons. The way that the team looked last game, they looked better with Ben Simmons off the floor, at least offensively. Yes, his defensive prowess is amazing. It's great. It's game-changing at times. He's shut down Siakam. if there's a stat going around about Ben Simmons holding Russell Westbrook to 9 for 23 and Siakam to 9 for whatever else and RJ Barrett for whatever else. Listen, I love Ben Simmons' defense, but those three dudes shoot 9 for 23 in an empty gym, okay? But Ben Simmons' defense is game-changing and is very important towards the end of a game when he's locking down players like he did Siakam last game. I get that. But offensively, the team looked better with Ben Simmons off the floor, with ball-handling guards on the floor who can run the pick and roll, and that has a lot to do with Doc Rivers' offense is pick and roll heavy. So maybe this new system, a lot more pick and rolls, which Doc Rivers for some reason thought Ben Simmons could run. Again, I think in practice, they were playing him on the hip, and in reality, NBA defenses are playing 15 feet off in the paint, and you can't run a pick and roll. We're already seeing it. The team looked better with him off the floor, and this is what I want to say, offensively, with him off the floor, and this is what I want to say. Would I trade him for James Harden? No, and that has to do with the reasons I don't want James Harden on the team, not reasons I wouldn't trade Ben Simmons. Would I trade Ben Simmons for Zach LaVine right now? If you told me Joel Embiid is in the best shape of his life right now and is going to be healthy the whole season, which God willing, God forbid, we never know what Joel Embiid's health is going to be like. But if you told me Joel Embiid is going to be healthy this year and play 80 or 90% of the games, and we're going to have him for the playoffs, and we can build around him and put the right players around him, I would trade Ben Simmons for Zach LaVine right now. Just because this team looks so much better with shooters and ball-handling guards surrounding Joel Embiid. And if Joel Embiid can be that MVP caliber player, at 27 years old, he's just entering his prime. The next 3-4 seasons are going to be huge and crucial for this team. It's looking, I know it's the beginning of the season, but it's looking like Ben Simmons doesn't fit so far, offensively. And it's going to be up to Doc Rivers and this coaching staff to figure it out. But listen, Daryl Morey doesn't mess around. If this dude's going to come out here and refuse to shoot the ball and put up 11 points in 36 minutes and play like a little bitch on the offensive side of the ball, Daryl Morey's going to sit back in his leather chair with his feet kicked up in his office and make some phone calls. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's going to be for James Harden because James Harden is 31 years old and he is what he is. A younger player, a 25-year-old player, Zach LaVine, are you kidding me? Now, the Chicago Bulls haven't even said they want to trade Zach LaVine. In fact, they've said multiple times they don't want to trade Zach LaVine. But Ben Simmons might move the needle on Zach LaVine, all right? And somebody commented before, what's the hype about Zach LaVine? Bro, you're on YouTube. You know what I mean? Just go up in the search bar and type it in if you're not educated. That dude's a straight baller, 25 points per game, can get to his spots, can shoot the ball from all over the floor, has three-point range, can get all the way to the rim, can dunk on anybody, has springs, absolute bunnies. I would love a 25-year-old Zach LaVine. And if Ben Simmons keeps looking like this, Daryl Morey might be on the phone. That's all I'm going to say about Ben Simmons today. I'm not going to say that's all I'm going to say about Ben Simmons moving forward because Lord knows there's going to be a lot more Ben Simmons talk. Now, let's talk about Markelle Fultz because Markelle Fultz is averaging 18 points a game right now, and he's looking like shades of what he was supposed to look like when we drafted him. All right, his three-point shot's still broken, but it's going in the hoop. It's still ugly to watch. It's still cancer. It's still, you know what I mean? It's still nails on a chalkboard when he shoots the ball because his form is so ugly from deep, and it's nothing like what it looked like in college. But it's going in the hoop. At least last game he was 2 for 3. I didn't look at what his stats are on the season so far. But I'm personally happy for Markelle Fultz. You know what I mean? I'm glad the kid went somewhere else and is coming into himself, signed a contract, got paid. Although he already got paid, you make $30 million when you get drafted number 1 overall, $30 million guaranteed. So keep that in mind. If he was out of the NBA, it wasn't a sad story. Sixers Adam tweeted like something like, all the things Markelle Fultz went through, I'm so happy for him to get paid in the NBA. Bro, he was already paid. He wasn't homeless. He already had $30 million. You know what I'm saying? But it's nice to see him succeeding with another team. And Magic fans have been saying on the internet the stigma. Philadelphia gave up on Markelle Fultz. Ha, 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 look at him now. That type of thing. You understand what I'm saying? And the truth about it is that it was time to move on from Markelle Fultz. It was time for Fultz to move on from us. It was time for us to move on from Fultz, right? We drafted him. He looked amazing in Summer League. He injured himself somehow. He came into the season with a broken shot. Everybody was so confused what the hell happened. Then he's out for the whole season. He'll be reevaluated in 3 weeks, in 3 weeks, in 3 months. And we're waiting and we're waiting. And we spend a whole year, a whole 2 years watching this guy's jump shot form and hoping and praying that he can look like what he looked like when we drafted him. And he never did. He comes back after the first season. He misses. You got the whole Drew Hanlon thing. Drew Hanlon, the shot expert, fixed Markelle Fultz shot. They're putting out these cryptic videos on the internet that don't really show Markelle Fultz shooting the ball, but it's like a movie trailer. It's coming. Just stay tuned. It's coming. So we're all excited again. And then he comes back the next year. I was actually at the game in the Wells Fargo Center. Drew Hanlon was there sitting on the baseline. Ben Simmons kicks it out to Markelle. He hits a 3 from the corner, no hesitation. The whole arena's chanting, "Thank you, Drew." Markelle Fultz is fixed. Markelle Fultz is fixed. We're all happy. And then a couple games later, boom, he's out again. And now he's going all the way to the West Coast to have his shoulder looked at by another specialist because nobody can figure out what's wrong with Markelle Fultz's shoulder. People have better luck figuring out how the hell to stop coronavirus than figuring out what the hell was wrong with Markelle Fultz's shoulder. He had to go get the absolute best shoulder specialist in the damn world to figure it out. Okay? It was just too much. We needed to move on. Markelle Fultz needed a change of scenery. The fans were done with him, and rightfully so. It was a fucking headache for 2 years. So that's what it is. I'm happy for Markelle Fultz. I'm glad he's playing the way it is. I also want to say it's the beginning of a season. Yes, the Magic are 4-0, but it's the beginning of the season. They have had seasons in the past 2-3 seasons where they start out hot and then they come back down to earth, where they lead the Eastern Conference and all the Magic fans are freaking out like they're going to go to the NBA Finals, and then they come back down to earth. It's a nice team. DJ Augustine, Evan Fournier always kills us. That dude always scores 25 or 30 against us, drops just ridiculous three-pointers left and right, especially with the shot clock running down or the game time running down towards the end of the fourth quarter. Evan Fournier turns into Steph Curry against us. It's just what it is as Sixers fans. Vucevic, great story, somebody that we drafted and never gave a chance in Philadelphia. He's balling out there, getting buckets in Orlando. So that's a nice team. All right. But it's not a dangerous team in the grand scheme of things in the long run. The Sixers have more talent on the floor, on the roster. It's just a matter of Doc Rivers and these guys watching what they see, making the necessary changes for this team to be successful. And it's just going to take time. Last game we bricked every single shot we put up in the first half. The ball just wasn't going in the hoop. I know we say this every year. It's going to start to fall. And when the shots start to fall, and then last year we had the one game, the Christmas Day game against the Bucks where the shots fell, and we made 21 threes on Christmas Day and shot 60% from three, and then we went back to bricking shots for the rest of the season. So if the shots start to fall, this team can get it together, and it's just a matter of Doc Rivers and the coaching staff watching these guys play, analyzing it, and making the necessary changes to be successful. But I think as you move forward, it's going to be centered around Joel Embiid, and Ben Simmons so far is looking like a liability offensively. It's just the facts. Ben Simmons fanboys, calm down. What else do I want to see in this game? I want to see Danny Green shoot better than 25% from three. Wide open bricks. We can't have that. I know when we traded for him. Again, you had to get rid of that Horford contract, so who really cares if Danny Green's good or not? But as a starter, I don't think Danny Green can be a starter on this team if he's going to continue to shoot like this. So hopefully the shots start to fall for him, although I love his defense. I would rather him have 15 or 20 minutes off the bench than be in the starting lineup. I would rather have Shake Milton in the starting lineup. You already know how I feel about that. You need a ball-handling guard who can run a pick and roll in this lineup, in this offense, to space the floor for Joel Embiid. It just is what it is, okay? Tobias Harris, can Tobias Harris continue what he did last game, being the old Tobias Harris, the 20-plus point scoring Tobias Harris, decisive, getting the ball, making a quick move, getting around a screen, either shooting it or driving and kicking or whatever. As soon as he gets that hesitation, tries to triple threat ISO somebody, it's a disaster. He can't hesitate. He needs to just go right for it, and that's what I love about Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers said it to his face. He said it to the media after the first game. He's not afraid to call it like it is. You never heard Brett Brown come into a postgame and say, Tobias Harris was hesitant tonight. He needs to be better. He needs to do this. He needs to do that. Doc is a guy that's going to keep it real, and that's what I love. And I know Doc Rivers at the end of last game said that he doesn't care if Ben Simmons shoots the ball. He's interested in Ben Simmons just running the offense, being strong on defense, yada, yada, yada. It's just Doc Rivers not wanting to get in Ben Simmons' head through the media. But I know damn well Doc Rivers sees exactly what we're seeing here. When he puts Shake Milton on the floor and leaves him out there the rest of the game because you're not getting anything offensively in the half court from Ben Simmons, Doc sees what we see, and I know him, Sam Cassell, the rest of this coaching staff, even Danny Green saying I'm trying to get Ben Simmons to shoot the ball more. It needs to be evident. No more hiding. No more covering up the elephant in the room. It needs to be clear. Everybody just needs to say it out loud. Shoot the ball, Ben. Danny Green needs to tell him to shoot the ball. Tobias needs to tell him to shoot the ball. Joel Embiid needs to tell him to shoot the ball. The coaches need to tell him to shoot the ball. Everybody's telling him to shoot the ball. It's basically to the point where it's public. Everybody's saying it. Just fucking do it. It's not that hard to do. Take the ball, shoot it. I mean, come on, bro. Let's go. You understand what I'm saying? Shake Milton only had 6 points last game. I want to see him get in more of a rhythm. For this team to be successful, we need that scoring guard. We need Shake Milton to be a 15-point-per-game player. We need him to have a good game tonight. We need him to drop 20-plus tonight. You know, I want a Shake Milton game where he drops 20-plus. That's what I want from Shake Milton tonight. Tyrese Maxey, I want to see some improvement tonight. We know he can get buckets. We know he can get to the rim. We know he's lightning quick and can beat anybody off the dribble. But I want to see improvement in his three-point shot, or at least a mid-range shot. You know, I feel like I'm saying the same thing as I'm saying to Ben Simmons, but at least Maxey's shooting the ball. He's 0 for 5 on the season from 3, but at least he's shooting it, right? I want to see some improvement from Tyrese Maxey as far as his long-range three-point shot. I want to see him make a damn three-pointer. That would give me a lot of hope when it comes to Tyrese Maxey moving forward. If there's anything I missed, anything you guys want to talk about, go ahead and hit me in the comments. Yeah, man. Sixers Magic tonight, man. It is what it is. FedEx guy coming up here now. All right, bro. We don't have all day, man. Let's go. Let's get it. How's it going? Good. Yeah.
I guess I got to address the West Hershey Park Drive, but you're on government.
Oh, thanks. Another pair of shoes, just what she needs.
My wife's got like 1,000.
Exactly. You too, thanks. Yeah, Sixers Magic tonight. You know, we'll see, man. Can we knock Orlando off? They're a plus 25, so you know, if you're a betting man and Magic rolling at 4-0 and the Sixers still having chemistry issues, you might want to bet on the Magic. I'm just saying. I'm not doing it myself. I'm just saying. But, yeah, man, I'm excited to watch the game tonight. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. My name is DJ Eastwood. This is Run It Back Philly. You guys have a blessed day.